I guess that crow's just kind of symbolizing the end of my artichoke. And if you can't hear it, just disregard it. But please take away that my artichoke is no longer. And this is going to be quick. I don't need to dwell on this. But yeah, I actually haven't even... I completely forgot about it since last episode. And then lo and behold, I was at Trader Joe's and this woman in front of me had like... She was in the, few items line and she had a few items. And one of them was an exposed artichoke, like she didn't put hers in a bag. I didn't put mine in a bag. It's just, it is what it is. It was just a la carte. And, yeah, I saw her have it and I was like, oh my God, my artichoke. I did take a peek at it, like just the other night, like I didn't open the drawer, but I saw it and it's like, I saw a lot of like brown and red, I didn't see a lot of green. And I wanted to go up to this woman and be like, don't do this. Like, let me tell you my story. I don't want you to suffer the same consequences I did. But you know what? Sometimes you just have to let people learn for themselves. And, hopefully she was a better caregiver to an artichoke than I could have been. And welcome to episode 106. It's phenomenal to be sitting down on this Monday morning. The sun is shining and I don't know what's going on. Per usual, I have no idea. I guess it's March. I'm going to Colorado Thursday, that I know. And I'm actually kind of excited. Like, I thought I was dreading it, but then I was like checked in with myself and I was like, I think I'm excited. I don't know. I went to get my nails done the other day. It's just like, when it just reaches a point, and I don't know how many people get their nails done in this audience, like I don't know. Who cares? Okay, so I went to get my nails done and I pull in the parking lot and I'm like getting my stuff together, turn my car off, and the nail place I go to is in this little strip mall. It's really close to my place. And so I pull in and I know there's always this place next to the nail place. And I feel like I've never processed it. I've never actually seen it. And I'm getting my stuff together. I see this man emerge from the store next to the nail place, and he is the proud owner of the freshest eyebrows I've ever seen. And like, they're freshly done, like they're all red, but through the redness, you can tell that they're just crafted with care, precision, a vision. Like, I was like, holy shit, I couldn't get out of my car fast. And I wanted to be like, I had so many questions for him. And he got in his car and it's like, he saw me look at him and it's like, he, like with his eyes, he was like, I know my eyebrows look good. And I was like, holy shit. So then I'm just like, now I'm like looking into this store that's next to where I got my nails done. And I'm just like, well, this looks so cute. Like, it's this threading store, like eyebrow threading shop. And they have all these like tinctures and essential oils and crystals. Like, it just looks inviting. Like, it's like, I dare you to not come in. Like, the lighting is soft, it's right, it's just, why wouldn't you go in? I'm like, okay, I'm like so confused. I'm like, okay, I need to go get my nails and I have an appointment, but I'm like, I need to go in here. I need to be in this shop. I'm getting out of my car, I'm getting my stuff. This other guy, I'm like heading towards the door, and this other guy comes in before me, opens the door, goes in, and I'm like, what is this place? Like, because this guy too, like, it looked like he just knew what was up. Like, I was like, this guy is not going into places that aren't crucial. And so I go in and I'm like, hi. Like, you would have thought I was just like in another country. Like, I was like in you know, I don't even know where. And I just stumbled in and they were like, can we help you? Like, I was just so confused. I don't know why. But I was just like, wherever that man with the most incredible eyebrows I've ever seen emerged from is where I need to be. I go in and I'm like, oh, hi. I'm like, I don't know why my sound just cut out. Anyway, so I go in and I'm like, hi, like, oh, I'm just about to go get my nails done next door. I just wanted to come in. Like, it just looked really, I'm like, what's going on here? Like, they were like, can we help you? And I was like, oh, I don't know. It's like I haven't thought about my eyebrows in so long. I haven't been to Sephora in what feels like years. It might have been a year. Like, I just kind of stopped doing my eyebrows. Like, I just feel like I got so lost on my eyebrow journey. Like, I've always had good eyebrows. And it's like, I can say that. It's like, you know, we each get certain things. We each get one or two things. I've always had bomb eyebrows. Like, it just is what it is. Like, obviously I've had some struggles, you know, where people just take it too far. They make them too thin. Like, you don't realize it. But it's like, generally, like, it's been a really good journey. And I don't know, like, it's just the past few years, I've just been so just indifferent about them. Like, I feel like they always look bad. Like, I feel like I don't know, they're like not as thick or something. And it's like, I used to use this like eyebrow gel sometimes, like when I would do my makeup. And then I was talking to like my guy at Sephora who was actually no longer there. And he was like, oh, he's like, I actually don't like that. I was using the Anastasia clear gel. And he was like, I feel like it like makes them kind of like crunchy. How sick is that word in this scenario? Generally, I love the term crunchy. Go ahead and give me a crunchy grape. Go ahead and give me some crunchy granola. But in this case, when the category is eyebrows, I don't want to hear crunchy. I don't want to even think about the word crunchy. Like, we don't say that word around here. And once he said that, I was like, he's so right. Like, I was like, it's so funny when you just get used to like using products and you just like don't really question them. And he's like, I also feel like it like it sheds a lot of eyebrow hairs when you do them. And I'm like, oh my God, it does. Like, it was so crazy just to have that epiphany in the middle of Sephora. And when I was in London, actually, because it was like, I was almost done with the tube anyways, and it was just like, okay, I don't know what brand I want to pivot to. Like, before I was leaving to London, I was like, I don't really have the time to do this research. So I just brought it. I was like, this will be the last hurrah with it, and then I'll figure it out when I get back. And while I was in London, it's like, it was almost done anyways, and I just had this moment where I was like, why would I keep using this product that's been described as crunchy? And I agree. And like, I feel like is making some of my hairs fall out. And so I just fucking threw it away. I never do that. I have like such OCD. Like, I have to use everything to the last drop. And I was just like, I'm not suffering at the hand of this eyebrow gel any longer just to be like, oh, like I used it all. It's like, no, enough is enough. So after that, like, I really just kind of gave up, and I actually like convinced myself, I was like, I actually like that my eyebrows look bad. Like, I was like, I like that they look messy. I've just been brushing them. I didn't even return to a gel. I was like, I actually don't even like the look of gelled eyebrows. Like, why am I even doing this? I was just like, I don't even like this for me. It's like, I just want a more natural look. And so then I convinced myself that like a more natural look is like having your eyebrows look like shit. And then like when I saw that man emerge from this shop, I was like, it's time. Like, I was like, it's time for me to face my eyebrows again. Like, it's time for me to get back into the game. Like, I've been sidelined with like rough eyebrows for 45 games now, and it's time for me to get into the game. And so I was so terrified when I walked into this shop, because it was just like, it's scary to get your eyebrows done. It's like one false swipe and it's just all fucking over for you. And it's just risky. And so I went into this shop, and this guy who had went in before me, the second guy, just like, he popped in the chair. There was two women in there. I think they were mother and daughter, and the mom was doing his brows, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I've never been in here. Like, I always get my nails done next door. And they were like, yeah, like, we just like redid the whole thing. Like, we've been here for a while, but we like totally redid the store. And I'm like, let me tell you, it has already been life-changing. Like, I never even saw this store before, and I've been coming to this nail place for a while, and the guy in the chair was like, this is the best place to get eyebrow threading. Like, you don't even fucking know. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I want to know, it's like, that's why I'm here. And I was just like, okay, I mean, let me just go get my nails done. Like, I'm not ready for this right now. Like, I just thought I was getting my nails done. I didn't think I was going to be returning to my eyebrows at this juncture. I was like, I'm going to go get my nails done. I'm going to come back afterwards. Like, I feel rushed right now. I feel stressed. And so they're like, and they were so confident. Like, they were like, and I was like, I'm really scared. Like, I haven't gotten my eyebrows done in a while. I just haven't liked the way they're looking at all. Like, I don't want them to be thin, whatever. And when I was telling my boyfriend the story later, he was worried that my stress was going to affect them. Like, they were going to be like, okay, like, I don't know, like, maybe we aren't the people for the job. And I'm like, let me tell you, my stress only made them more confident. Like, I was like, I'm scared. They were like, go get your nails done, come back, you'll sit in this chair, and we're gonna figure this out. And I was like, oh my God. And the whole time I'm getting my nails done, watching the Celtics game, the whole time I was like, what's about to happen to me? I get my nails done, I wait for them to dry, I go next door, there's no one in there, and I'm like, I'm ready. And I was still like, I actually was still not ready. I was like, I'm scared. Like, I was like, I don't want a lot. I don't want a whole thing. Like, I just want them like cleaned. And they were like, just sit down. Just sit down. Just stop all this. And I didn't let them do all of it because I was scared they were going to make them too thin. But what they did, and like, maybe no one else thinks this but me, I think they look so good. And it's like, I remembered my eyebrows again. How long have I been talking about this? I don't know. 12 minutes? A 12-minute eyebrow rant to open episode 106? I mean, listen, no one said I wasn't going to talk about an eyebrow experience for 12 minutes, all right? Everything's on the table. Absolutely everything. Nothing is off. So yeah, they just sort of took me under their wing, took my brows to another level. They're like, okay, they like made a deal with me. They're like, all right, we won't do all of it. Let's just like fix it a little bit right now. You'll see how bomb it looks. And then next time you'll come in and we'll really do it up. And they were really excited for me. And I don't know, it was just a really life-changing experience. And it's just like, you have to be open to life. You have to go with the flow, like, and it really does inspire me. Obviously, like, Nikola Jokic, like, his coach, Michael Malone, was just like, Nikola never fights the game. He sees what the game is and he flows with it. He never has an agenda. He's always just seeing what it is. And I think that's one of the many reasons that contributes to his greatness. And okay, same situation. I'm going to get my nails done. I see this guy come out with incredible eyebrows and I'm like, well, I'm not doing my eyebrows anymore. Like, I wasn't trying to get my eyebrows done today. No, I'm not fighting it. I'm seeing it. I'm interested. I'm going in. I'm asking questions. I'm returning and I'm trusting. And it just feels really good to know that I'm just like on the road to recovery with my brows. I don't know. I didn't know I was going to be returning to my eyebrows in March, but that's the power of March. You don't know what it has for you, and good thing for us, it's just starting. It's just starting. Okay. I don't know. I forget everything I've ever said on this podcast, but I'm almost done with my first book of March. I mean, I have been plowing through this bitch. Forgive me if I've already talked about it. Oh yeah, my sister gave it to me. It's called The Things We Do for Love, and it's just like, I really was craving just a classic, like, fiction, like a family restaurant situation in a seaside scenic town. It's like, yes. Yeah, you need those. You need to intersplice those with David Goggins, with Stephen A. Smith, with The Power of Now, which I honestly might read again in March. It's like you got to keep mixing it up, and I'm just loving it, and I just can't put it down. And Saturday night, I was just like, my boyfriend was watching UFC, which I just hate. I can't even like be in the room when it's on. Like, it's truly so disturbing to me. It's disturbing. Okay, I'm looking at 3 hummingbirds, whatever. Scratch that, 1 hummingbird, 2 sparrows. And I was just like, okay, he's watching this. Like, I don't even want to be in the room. So, like, I just went in the bedroom, cracked open a motherfucking book, lit a damn candle, and just got lost. And I think they're somewhere between Seattle and Portland, and it's raining, but it's cozy, and it's Christmas, and it's warm, and there's Italian food, and it's just like, what more do you want? What more do you want? It's really good. I'm thinking of ordering a book from Amazon, or I'm gonna read, is his name Andre Agassi? Agassi's book. I guess it's really good. My boyfriend's a tennis player. No offense. I guess I'll just double down on like this being sort of a beauty services episode. I had to return to Dry Bar yesterday. I was going to an event yesterday. Don't worry about it. I had to go to an event, and I was like, okay, let me get my hair blow dried. Let me just do this for myself. Let me just take one thing off my plate. And I love going to Dry Bar. It's just nice. It's like you don't have to do anything. They just wash your hair. It feels so nice. It smells so good. Your hair's so clean. It's so sleek. It's everything. I go in, and it's like I asked for Dulce, if whoever's been remembering when I went back to Dry Bar for the first time in years, I had this woman named Dulce, and she's a magician. Some people have it, some people don't, and she has it. And I just would have trusted her with my life. I might have trusted her to thread my eyebrows as well. Even if she was like, I've never done this before, I'd be like, honestly, I trust you. I go in, you never know who you're gonna get. I requested Dulce. I don't even know if she still works there anymore. Like, I feel like every time I call, I'm like, oh, is Dulce gonna be working that day? And they're like, maybe. Like, they like don't have the heart to tell me that she like doesn't work there anymore, or like doesn't even live in this state. They're like, maybe. They're like, we'll put a note in case she's here and you can have her. And I'm just like, all right. So I go there, I don't see Dulce, and I'm like, whatever, it's fine. And this girl's like, I'm ready for you. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I don't even know what this girl's demeanor was. I don't know if she knew either. Like, it wasn't good. It was like, I walked over to her, just like normal people, like, hey, how's it going? How's your morning going? Nothing. She's like, how do you want your hair? And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I can respect that, getting down to business. And I'm like, I just want it like sleek and straight. You know, like sometimes I'll do like, oh, can you like put a bend at the ends? It's just like, I don't know. I just, I couldn't deal with all that. I feel like I always just end up straightening it. And I was also fairly sure I was going to wear my hair in like a low ponytail with the hair wrapped around the rubber band anyways, which is just like truly my go-to. Like it elevates any outfit, I swear. Like if you just, and it seems so hard, maybe it doesn't to you, it did to me. Like I'm just like, wait, oh my God, how are people doing this? Seriously, I just have the little black, like stretchy, they're like, I don't even know what material they are. Like they're just the little, you know how like they have those clear rubber bands that you can put in your hair, obviously. And I'm so dumb. Like I was always like, I don't like the clear ones because they show in my hair because it's so dark. Like it's like, I feel like whatever. Then I realized they have black ones and I'm like, okay, duh. And when I discovered those and it's like literally 500 come in a bag, it's changed my life. And every time I wear one at the end of the night, it's stretched to hell and it usually snaps, but I'm like not concerned at all because I'm like, whatever, I have 90,000 more. I have them in like every compartment. Like they're in my car, they're in every pocket of my jeans, jackets, my bedside table. They're just everywhere. And I love it. They're in every purse I own. It's just like we've always got one on deck. So those are a game changer. And then you can do a half ponytail with them. You just put your hair up in those and then you take a little piece of hair, wrap it around, bobby pin that bitch, and just off you go. So I was like, okay, I'm probably gonna just do that with a ponytail. So I just want it like sleek. And she was like, are you gonna be wanting it to be flat ironed? And she didn't even say it that nicely. And I didn't even say it that nice just now, but that's how unnicely she said it. And in my head, I was like, didn't think so, because I'm like, well, if she's just gonna blow dry it super straight and sleek, why should I need a straightener? So I was like, no. I was like, just blow dried straight and sleek, whatever. Okay, I don't even know if I can, this isn't even a story. Basically, she was just, I mean, she washed my hair. Like I was, one of the best parts about going to Dry Bar is that they wash your hair and it feels so good and it's like so relaxing. And I was so looking forward to it. I sit down, you would have thought a rabid, you would have thought what's it called? You would have thought a wild bat, and I guess they're all wild. I mean, I don't think there's any bats that are tamed. But this would be an extra sort of chaotic, just, it's never been domesticated, not even close. And a rabid, undomesticated bat was in my hair and was absolutely clawing its way, desperately trying to get out. I was like wincing in pain, and my threshold for pain is very high. Like I'm not some like, you know, person who's like, I'm not very sensitive. I couldn't believe how much it hurt. Like I was like, okay. And then she's like blow drying my hair. It's like, she's not even like, where are you going? Like, what are you doing? Like, it's like, Jesus. And it's like, the people next to me are just like laughing, like having a good time, like chatting with their person. And I feel like every time I go to Dry Bar, I always have a really great person. I always have a really good time. They have movies playing. I don't know what the fuck was going on there yesterday. Like the TVs were off. I didn't even want to ask. I'm like, is this a power outage? Is this a choice? I don't know. I don't care. I'm just going to watch the Mavericks Suns game anyways. But I wasn't going to do that if she had wanted to chat, because I don't like to do that. I don't like to be on my phone, even though I just said I watched it at the nail place, because they don't really chat with you, you know? So it's like, I'm open to chatting, but if you're not going to chat, then it's like, yeah, I'm going to watch the game. So I was like, you know what? Fuck her. I don't care. Then I'm putting in my damn freaking AirPods. No, I didn't put in my AirPods. I was like, I'm just going to watch the game. And that's that. And I like looked up every now and again and I'm like, my hair is looking quite puffy. And I was terrified to ask her if she could actually straighten my hair. Like, I was terrified. And I was just like, you know what, Chase? You gotta just like find it in you right now. It's like you're paying for this. Like, I don't really even have time to go home and straighten my hair. So I was like, you know what? I gotta just get it done here. And I looked up at her and I was like, hey, like, actually, can you flat iron it? I don't even think she responded. Like, she was just like said to the girl who's behind the counter, she's like, can you turn on the straightener? And I was like, oh my God, whatever. This doesn't have an ending. Whatever. All you really need to know is my hair looks great. Despite her chilly demeanor, it came out quite luxurious. Yeah, between that and my freshly threaded brows, I'm pretty much feeling unstoppable. Can you guys believe daylight savings time is returning? Because I can't. I'm actually just not ready. I don't know, it's like yesterday, I guess it wasn't yesterday, maybe the day before, I got back to my house at like 6, it was almost 7. It was like 6:30, which in some cultures is almost 7. And I couldn't believe how light it was. Like, I was like, oh no. And obviously it's really nice when it's light late. Don't get me wrong. Do not get my words twisted. I love it as much as anyone else, but I'm just like, in this moment, I'm not ready. It's like I almost just need the comfort of the dark, and just like when it's light, you're just so exposed and it's like, what are you doing? Like, what are you, I don't know, like you should be doing more. You should be doing this. You should be doing that. It's like, and you know what, as I say this, I'm like, okay, since I'm not ready, then that just shows me that I need it. That just shows me that if I'm scared of daylight savings time because it's like I feel like I'm not ready, I feel like I'm not doing enough, which, you know, I always feel like that. I could have done 4 trillion things and I'm like, it's not enough. It's not enough, and I am working on that by myself, not with a therapist. Oh my God, I was just remembering, like, over the summer, I was like, you know, listening to a podcast and it's like for the 4 millionth time, they were like, BetterHelp. And I'm like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. I just worked. I just got, you know, a nice chunk of change that I haven't gotten anything since, but it's like, okay, yeah, let me try BetterHelp. And it's like, BetterHelp is like arguably more expensive than just regular therapy. Like, before I was like, whatever, I'll use this promo code, like it'll be great. And the first few times were great. I had this woman and she was really lovely. She was from the South. Like, she was just, you know, a mom. Like, she was just really comforting. And I do feel like we worked on some good things together. But, and I didn't even want to do the second month. Like, I don't know. Like, I definitely obviously support therapy, and definitely at some point I do want to get back. But it's like, sometimes for me, I'm just like, I'm good. Like, I'm not good, but it's like, I know myself obviously better than anyone. I know myself too well. It's like, I'm so enlightened from, you know, just existing, Tony Robbins, The Power of Now, just, you know, I really go deep, you know, like I don't, even though I'm talking about eyebrow threading, it's like you got to have everything. And I do go deep a lot. And so it's like, sometimes I just feel like, and I feel like this in real life too, not just in therapy, like I'm just, and it's tricky because I don't want to necessarily think this all the time, but I'm sort of just like 1,000 steps ahead of everyone in my mind at all times. And so I'm just like, a therapist, it's like, what are you going to say that I haven't already said to myself 9,000 times? And don't get me wrong, it's nice to even at the bare minimum chat with someone and say things out loud. I think that's, for me, what's most helpful about it. But, you know, after the first month, I was like, this was really fun. I really enjoyed this. And I did get a lot of great insights out of it. And I think it was really helpful for me. But do I want to go to the second month? Not really. I feel like BetterHelp just did some shady shit and they like billed me early and I was already in the second month and I was just like, well, all right, I guess I could do one more month, you know, like if I feel like the first month was helpful, who knows? Maybe the second month will be equally as helpful. I don't know when it all started going downhill. Like it was like one of the last sessions, like I had COVID and I was just like, you know, logged on. It was like the day I got COVID. And I was just like so weak. Like it was, you know, there was 2 days when I had it where I was just like, I'm not well. So I logged on to the video and I was just gonna log on to be like, hey, I'm so sorry. Like I just don't think I have this in me right now. And she was so understanding. She was like, of course, like you should just rest. And did I already talk about this? She was wearing a Jesus Loves You hat. And I was just like, forgive me if I've already talked about this. It's been 106 episodes. I don't know. I don't know what I've said. I know I've been to Trader Joe's several thousand times. I know I've had some incidents with pumpkin pie. I know I spent about 2 episodes talking about my Vine. But other than that, I'm not sure what's been said. So I log on, I'm like losing my mind. Like I'm just like so weak. I'm like in the throes of COVID and I'm like, she has a bedazzled Jesus Loves You hat. And it's like, don't get me wrong. I don't doubt that he does, you know, and I'm not here to judge anyone's beliefs. Like if you love Jesus, I'm happy for you. It just seemed like, why wear the hat? You know, like it just felt like you're a licensed therapist, I think. You know, you're in your home in Texas and you're about to have a Zoom therapy session. It's like, you know, she was like about to log on. She's like in the mirror. She's like trying it with hat on, hat off. It's like, maybe don't wear the hat, you know, like it's just like, if anything, it's not even about what it says, it's that it says something. And it's just a bit distracting, you know, like if it had said anything, like if it was like, you know, Oprah loves you, Louisiana loves you, you know, whoever the fuck loves you, like, schnauzers love you. I don't know. It's like whatever it is, it's distracting. It's like had we had an actual session, the only thing I would be looking at and thinking about is your hat that's bedazzled and says Jesus loves you. Again, I don't doubt that he does. You know, it's like, but it's just like, that was sort of, I was already over it, but that was just the end of it for me. Like, I was just like, this is, you know, and if you're doing BetterHelp and if it's working for you, God bless. Truly, God bless. But it's just like, I don't know. This is kind of why maybe this just isn't the best thing. You know, it's like, I just don't know what compelled her to, out of everything, it's like you're inside. You're inside your house. It's like, why do you need a hat? It's not like she was like, oh, it's chilly in here, like I'll grab a sweatshirt and that says Jesus loves you. It's like you're inside your house and you're wearing a hat, which first of all, you don't need to be doing. And second of all, on top of that, like she's like, oh, should I wear my plain blue hat? Should I wear this really pleasant, plain, sort of soft, buttery yellow hat? You know what? I think it's just, for me today, it's got to be the Jesus Loves You hat. It's just got to be that for me. And it's just like, that was when I just tapped out, and I just was like, I'm done. I'm done. It's just like, what are we doing here? You know? Why are you wearing a hat inside? And why must you wear a hat that says anything? Even if it said Toyota, it's like, I'd still be looking at your hat that says Toyota. I mean, it wouldn't have hit as hard, but it's like, Jesus loves you is kind of wild. And it's like, is this for me? Like, do you think I need to hear this? Would you have worn this with anyone? Was this personally selected for me? I'm not sure. But it's like, I was in a fever dream because I was just like, I was so fucked up from COVID. Like, I was like sweating. Like, I was just like everything. I was in bed. And then I was just like, I just truly talked to her for 1 second. Like, I was like, hey, like, I'm just really not feeling good. Like, I don't think I can do this. And she was like, no worries. Like, rest, take your time. And like, we logged off. And then it was like, you know, I probably fell asleep. And then like, truly like weeks later, I was like, was she wearing a Jesus loves you hat? Like, it hit me so much later. I was like, why? Did she feel like the right thing to do was wear a Jesus loves you hat? I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know. And that bedazzled image is just absolutely emblazoned in my mind forever. And it's kind of all I think about whenever I think about BetterHelp. And I can't even listen to a promo for it anymore. I fast forward it all the fucking time. I'm not supporting therapy. I think it's incredible. And me sitting here being like, I'm not saying I don't need it. I just think like for right now, no one can help me. As of this juncture in my life, let me tell you what, no one can help me. Potentially, the Denver Nuggets franchise could help me, and I'll say it again because I just want to manifest it. I am available for any position within the franchise, and that actually goes for any team. I'll take it. But at this juncture, I just kind of gotta do this myself. And thank you guys for giving me a space to just kind of, you know, talk about eyebrow threading and things of that nature. And I think it's been a really powerful episode. Tomorrow, 2 Wet Crew at Dynasty Typewriter. It's so annoying when people say this, but I do believe it's sold out. And then Thursday, headlining Comedy Fort in Fort Collins, Colorado. And I'll also be there Friday and Saturday featuring for Dean Del Rey. I'm excited. I'm excited to go to this town. I've heard really great things about it, and I just want to be cozy. And God willing, my blowout will last. I'm not sure that it will. I'm praying it will last for Thursday, and then, you know, maybe I'll go from there. But whatever happens is whatever happens. You know, if I have to wash my hair in Colorado, so be it. I bet the water is actually like exceptional. I probably should wash it there. Thank you for coming to episode 106. You will all get, you know, I've noted everyone who's here, and it will reflect in your final grade. Subscribe, rate, review. composedpod@gmail.com for thoughts, questions. So many things. Patreon.com/Chase Bernstein. I just uploaded a video that I made with mermaids in Florida from 2017, which I've never posted anywhere, and I probably won't. So you can only see that on the Patreon. You can only read my life-changing Chicken Soup for the Soul story on Patreon. And thank you for the emails, for the reviews. I cannot tell you how much a single comment, tweet, email, review just sort of keeps me going, you know, and just the fact that Jesus loves me. So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next week. Bye.